Welcome back to the channel, guys. On today's episode of Braden Breaks Everything, so I got a story for you. Last night, the guys all came to the house, as we do, and we were gonna go out for dinner and a little cruise. Actually, before that, they all came over to the house and I was washing up the Celica and the Bonneville because I worked all week and the cars were dirty and I thought I'll wash them up before we go out for dinner. So we do that, we hang out for a couple hours, then we go to leave, we go up my street, out, down, and maybe get, I don't know, kilometer, 2 kilometers away, and this starts overheating. The Celica started overheating, so we pulled over and tried to assess it quickly, and it kept overheating, so we pulled it into a parking lot just to assess, and the thermostat wasn't opening, so we left it to cool off in a parking lot that was out of the way, went and had dinner, came back, limped it home after dinner, because there's no point in working on a car when you're hungry, brought it home, and we kind of just figured, okay, it's gonna need a thermostat. And I have to do the lift bolts on this thing anyway, so I was like, great, I'll just do it all at once, we'll get it all done, and I'll take the Bonneville out tonight. So we took the Bonneville out, Bonneville went out, drove around all night, and on the way home, about 3 kilometers from the house, it blew its upper rad hose. So we did a rather wonderful Gorilla Tape job to fix it, just to limp the car home. So in today's episode, we're gonna be doing the lift bolts, the valve cover gaskets, and the thermostat on the Celica, and on the Bonneville, we're gonna be doing the upper rad hose. Well, I know, and like, you know, we're at least gonna do the Celica today, I hope, and if we have time, we'll get to the Bonneville, but at least one of them has to be able to run on their own authority without getting too hot. All right, so the first operation of the day today is going to be the Celica. So the problem we're having with this one, once I get the hood up here. So the problem we're having with this one is the thermostat is right, where is it at? It's right down in here under the alternator, and it's not opening, because last night the one rad hose was nice and hot, and this one was freezing. So the thermostat wasn't opening, therefore the car couldn't cool itself down. So that's the first step we're gonna do today. Then the lift bolts, which are here on the 2ZZ, well, somewhere in this area, they like to shear themselves after, I don't remember how many kilometers, but they like to shear themselves, like they'll just snap in half. Ryan, who's been in this video, did that on his car and he says it wasn't great. So we're gonna do that, and while we have the valve cover off here, we're gonna do the valve cover gaskets and the spark plug seals. So that's gonna be the plan today for the Celica. Let's get into this. Wow, it's actually really clean in there. Holy, damn. Haven't had a valve cover off one of these things in a hot minute. Last time I did that would have been this video. All right, so here we are, the insides of the Celica GTS's engine, or the GTSR, depending on if you're gonna go with that or not. And actually, for a 326,000 kilometer engine, it's actually really clean, and it looks like it's in really good shape in here. Chain looks good, cams look good, there's no real scoring or anything like that. I'm really impressed with this, actually. Here's the top of the valve cover gasket, and again, it's all very clean under here. I'm really impressed by this. The last time I had a valve cover off a Celica was my black car, when the head gasket went, and at the finishing stages of that project, we put the new valve cover gasket on and it was leaking, and that's what ended up, I didn't know a whole lot about cars, or how to work on cars at the time, but that really delayed us because we thought we were having a big oil pressure issue problem, and it was just that. But here I am now, only struggling slightly less. All right, so now what we have to do is, okay, I know it's not great, it's gonna work, is the lift bolts. Here, I'll show you. The lift bolts are right here. So you have your intake and your outtake side, or your intake and your exhaust side, rather. And they should come out in one piece. I'll show you the new bolts I have in a second. If they're in 2 pieces, then we're gonna be in a whole world of pain. So here's my new ones from Monkey Wrench. Just not sponsored by, but could be. The new bolts are right here. So they should, the ones that are in the car should come out and look just like dirty versions of these ones. Oh, they sent me gummies too, hell yeah. So yeah, let's work on getting those the old bolts out. And there we go. Ooh, yeah, it is worn down from like what I've seen online. That's, hopefully you guys can see that. But you see that little mark there? That's the wear mark that you get on these things after, I don't know what the interval is to have these changed. Well, I know, I just forget right now, but mine's at 326,000 kilometers, and I guarantee you that's over the interval for these things. That's one. Let's get this bad boy. Let's do another one. Oh yeah, look, there's wear on this one too. See that? Especially right there. That's the real bad area. But the good news is they came out in one piece each, and they didn't put up really a whole lot of a fight. So let's get the new ones in here, which we have right here. So that bad boy over here, and then let's do this. I'm also hungry, so these gummies are going to be coming in real clutch. So here's the two bolts. Now here, we'll do a quick before and after just to show you. There's the old bolt, and you can kind of see the wear on the edge there. Here's the new bolt. Hopefully the camera's picking up that wear mark. The wear mark is right here, but supposedly this is going to make a big difference in the lift engagement and the lift kick, so I'm very, very excited to see how this goes. Okay, so start hand tight. We'll grab our other one here. Where did I put it? Right here. Now we'll get 10 mil. Find this thing. One more time, just now all I'm going to do now is we're going to clean up the edge of the top of the valve train edge here where the valve cover gasket's going to sit, put our new gasket on, and then we're going to start on the thermostat, because this car's thermostat won't open, or that's the theory, is the thermostat won't open. So we have to get the alternator off from here and get down into the thermostat so we can get that out, put a new one in, and then this car will be done. Then we can start on the Pontiac over there. All right, so now we got all our new valve, or our new seal So now we've got all our new gaskets on. We've got the spark plug gaskets right here, the valve cover gasket. Now we can put this back on the car, tidy up the top, and then we can start on the thermostat, because that's the last thing. Well, then we have to bleed the coolant, but the thermostat and then the coolant, and that car should be ready to go again. Alright, so please excuse the noise. There's landscapers over there and there's a babysitter over there, so please excuse the noise. But we've got the valve cover back in the car, spark plugs and coil packs are all in, bolts are all torqued down, ready to go. The new lift bolts are in. One is one's about here, one's about here. So this part is done. The next part is the thermostat, which in the Celicas is, I don't know if you can see with the lighting, let me see. It's gonna be kind of right down in here where my finger is. So we have to get the alternator kind of out of the way, is the easiest way to do it. Then we can get in there and put the new thermostat in, and then rebleed the coolant. And then this car should be good to go, hopefully. All right, well, I skipped ahead a good bit. I'm tired and kind of done with the BS this car's dishing out at me today. So how does one remove one of these things? I'll be back. Alright, so now I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see this. The glare on the lens is really bad, so I don't even know if I can tell if you see this. But yeah, there's our thermostat. So to swap it out with the new one, and then bleed this car with coolant. And then this car will be done, and then we need to go back across town to Napa, get parts for that car. And then hopefully the two of them should be running in a couple hours, really. So we're getting really close to the finish line. And I know my complexion is spot on. The second issue we were having last night was the Bonneville's coolant hose. This is a replacement one. Decided to really shit the bed. So right here, you can see is where it cracked, and I'll center a little too hard, but so I'll put the little iPhone clip in of us all standing around it after we thought it caught fire. So that was fun. You know the limits. Let's play within them.
It's a great night, man. So Braden, which car overheated? Both? Yeah, nice.
Both are over.
You taking a nap tomorrow?
So, yeah, I would give you the micro to borrow if I didn't have to go to work.
The parts we had to buy were the new belt tensioner for the Celica and a new, obviously, hose for the Bonneville. The belt tensioner is because I stripped it, trying to tension. So that went really well. So we have to put the belt tensioner on that Trevor's working on right now. I'm gonna do the hose on this, and then they both have to have the coolant bled. Then theoretically they'll run, maybe. So you just slap her on there, bud. No, I think it's backwards, maybe.
All right, start it.
Just
start her up.
Just like this?
Yeah, just go for it.
Yeah.
I'd say we're fucking good.
Piss the neighbors off now?
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, that's just every day for you.
It's not that loud. I just gotta bleed the, or burp the coolant system, and then this one will be back on the road. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, fucking missed. Let's go do some pulls downtown.
Yeah, because that went real. Actually, the pulls were fine.
I was gonna say, dude, all that was fine.
Yeah, it was the.
Then we came home and
it was the going home that was the problem.
What I've learned, is we should just keep staying out doing dumb shit.
Yeah, never stop. Keep going up and down. So I guess now we're gonna test it out and see if our repair. So it's done. We actually did fix it. With we got a Napa clamp, and this new hose. We hope we trust the hose.
I never trust the hose, man.
I never trust the hose either.
Personally, I think we should have done a coolant delete, but...
Yeah, I know, but sometimes you still need some hose in your life.
Yeah, I guess.
So we've got this one, this is a new one, and then we got the old hose over here. She's a little dirtier. We should stop and just go, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Leave the hose be.
Okay, so we just had to come quickly to Trevor's work. As you can see, the Bonneville is running again. It made it basically across town to Trevor's work because you need a specific tool to get the tensioner onto the Celica. Train of thought, where'd it go? Train of thought's gone. Yeah, so the Bonneville started up, we bled the system, it drove all the way across town, totally fine, great. I hope I didn't just jinx myself. We're here, we're getting a tool for the Celica, and then we're gonna go back and hopefully finish the Celica. All the Celica has to have done is the tensioner put on, and then someone just hit the Jake brake. The tensioner put back on for the belt put on, and then the coolant bled, and that car's ready to go too. So we're getting really, really close to the end here. So let's see how we, oh, I got a bug in the eye. Let's see how we did on that first, oh.
We're also on a hill.
We're also on a bit of a hill, so.
Is it present?
Yeah, it's present.
We're also, we're on a hill, so
it should be here when hot.
Yeah, but we're also on a hill.
Yeah,
so
we are on a bit of a hill, so. Yeah, we filled it up. We filled the rad and then we filled the
G2's
tank.
over there.
Guess how much the belt tensioner for the Celica is though? Guess.
$250.
Almost $300 with taxes. Just cause it's a Lotus Toyota part, because they share the same engine.
It's a fucking Lotus part.
All right, so now after way too long of struggling with the tensioner for the belt, really just that, like the actual thermostat, you guys saw me do a lot. So after struggling with that for way too long and having to get a tool from Trevor's work, we're gonna bleed this coolant system.
Hey, what are you saying? You can't take a 14 mil to the ass?
15.
Yeah, and Sean, these things are not fun to bleed. They got air pocket locations. Oh yeah, that sucked. Like,
honestly, I wouldn't say it sucked. It went pretty well.
It did go pretty well. I think it was just cold. Like,
no, when we did the rad.
Oh, sorry, the rad. Yeah. No, but remember we had to bleed it in the winter too?
Yeah,
that sucked. Doing it with Max though that day, that wasn't that bad.
So that was a repressed memory.
Yeah, you were there for that too, Trevor. Yeah. Yeah, you were trying to forget about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cam, you missed that. That was
You consider yourself lucky.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm not that upset about it.
So status report, we ran out of Cruston, so I'm gonna have to do a coolant flush at some point, but
So we're going from 50-50 mix to 70-30. Yeah.
Hopefully Peterborough water is good for coolant tank.
Yeah, they love chlorine, right? Dude, you're cleaning it with chlorine. Think about it.
should be almost done here, I hope. Fingers crossed, I hope. The issue is now it's not blowing hot air when the heater's on, which is not great. Yeah, it's still not doing nothing. As usual with these things, they're being a pain in the ass to bleed. They're living up to that.
Every tool's a hammer, really.
Okay, well, you know, last night lightning did strike twice. No way it can strike 2 nights in a row.
You fucking kidding me?
Why'd you have to fucking say it, bud?
These ones are
This might be an interesting night. Where are the keys?
They're in the console.
Oh, I burnt my finger.
Dude.
The boys have just killed a June bug.
Yeah, do you want... I don't know, man. That might be evidence in court. It's right under
Where?
right under the drain.
Oh, dude.
Like, fuck, dude.
Like,
That's
Y'all got him.
That's a
I
closed
honestly
casket.
That is a closed
That might have been
casket.
dead by the time I hit him. Like, I don't think.
Oh, yeah, I don't think he... Dude, it was dead when it hit the ground.
I don't think when he hit the ground. I don't think that's what did it. He was dead.
That's the coolant that's under it. Stop, stop, stop.
Good.
Wow, the micro's fast.
You never had your car.
Quarter mile to the McDonald's.
Yeah, what'd you drag race?
The Civic. Fucking destroyed his Bonneville, I'll tell you that.
It did not destroy my Bonneville.
Yeah, it did.
No, it didn't.
Yeah.
How bad is my parking?
Fucking horrendous, though.
I'm in. Oh. No, I'm in.
Yeah, at a fucking angle.
I'm in.
It's not angle parking here, but I hate to break it to you.
I'm in though. It's all right.
That's what he said. I like that because
that's what
you
she
had to go
said.
so
I'm
slow
in,
around
though.
there. We got honked at and gave us the finger because we were going slow turning it because you were absolutely crawling.
Yeah, because I was well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm sitting there and I'm like, fucking, I want to rear end him too, bud. I'm right there with you. Like,
Oh yeah. Yeah, I wonder who took that.
yeah.
Ice cream really hit the spot after working on these things all day. Well, this one and the Bonneville.
My wee wee's got Pepsi. Who wants to lick it off? Theo.
Okay, so now that I got the lift fixed, it's not really any faster. It's just a lot more of a firm engagement.
Don't do it. It's a heavy. He fucking laughs.
I hope the camera picked that up and the Challenger pulls up next to us at the lights and Sean goes, "Braden, don't do it, it's a Hemi."
He thought it was funny.
Yeah, the driver of the Challenger thought that was pretty funny. Is this, are we getting in the, yeah, let's just, yeah. Here, hold up. Oh, I got tetanus now from touching his rust.
All right, let's wait for him to come out.
Oh fuck. He probably just doesn't want to get it out here.
Chris!
Oh dude, this thing's worth a fucking fortune.
Chris!
Call it out yet, you fucktard?
I am erect.
What'd you say, Sean?
I am erect.
Fully or just partially?
Now fully. Well, yeah, it's a Hemi. Well, no, it's not a Hemi.
Just, we won't worry about that.
3 seats and Chris can sit in the middle.
Tonight's episode was supposed to be all about my cars breaking down, but we're in the back of Chris's truck now.
Yeah.
This video, I think, or somewhere on that side. That you can hear it idling.
Yeah.
She sounds good. Oh, there it is in the dirty Camry. Dirty. That Camry fucks a lot harder than it should.
Oh yeah, like it fucks. Oh my god.
Oh, that just crashed into something.
And here's what it crashed into.
Oh, it's Hyundai. Okay, that's livable.
I mean, it's a write-off because it's probably $7 in damage.
Dude,
yeah,
Okay. Let's not get pulled over.
Yeah, with us in the bed.
and he gets in. Oh, jeez. How much do you trust the tailgate?
Not at all. Why?
Yeah.
That's all of it.
Then that was it. Shift. Oh my god, you hear the bearings? Holy shit. Oh, that's bad. Why is he going to the main fucking road? Oh, no, he's not. Is he? No. Oh my god, you can't hear that. That's so bad.
That is awful.
Look at them up here. Just.
Does sound good.
That sounds really good.
Dude, for like the nothing he basically made for this truck.
Yeah, what did he pay for, like 1,400, 1,500
I think
bucks?
I think he had the red truck. He traded that for a boat, and then he traded the boat for this. So
It sounds so good. Dude, riding in the bed of a truck.
it's a fucking
It's
vibe.
fucking vibe. Like, I'm just. Did you just wait? Ooh, there's a nice car.
Where?
It's right here.
Don't see
Find
it.
reverse, buddy. There
Oh,
you go.
there it is.
There it is.
Right over the curb.
You're good. You're good.
like a fucking Cadillac bus.
You guys aren't going to see anything else, so that was Chris's truck, briefly. We're back to the garage, guys, and that's going to conclude the story of how both of my cars broke in 24 hours and were fixed, all within the same 24 hours. Thank you for watching tonight's episode of Scully Productions. As usual, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm very, very, very tired, so if I seem low energy, that's why, but I'm trying here. Thank you to the boys for coming out and helping me out today. Like, even though it was towards the end, like, I just needed even the moral support of just getting through the last little bit of it. But thank you very much for helping me out, because there was the issue with the tensioner on this. It was really annoying. The Bonneville's repair, actually pretty straightforward. It was just the hose, and bleeding a 3800 coolant system is actually pretty easy. But the Celica had the belt tensioner issue, which is actually still an issue, but we're going to be okay for right now, knock on wood. As wood, but it will need to be addressed moving forward. And then bleeding the 2ZZ and the Celica is a long process, and it's annoying, and there's all these little air pockets you have to clear, and just when you think you've got it all clear, you got more air pockets to deal with. But thank you guys very, very much for helping me out there at the end there. I needed the help, and just really, really appreciated the help. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Scully Productions. If you did, let me know in the comments down below. If you didn't, same thing, let me know in the comments down below. And we couldn't have got this done any faster, because that car is due in Toronto in the morning, and this car is due at a show in Belleville tomorrow evening, which will be the next video you guys will see. So once again, thank you for watching this episode of Scully Productions. I've already said this before, but please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next episode.